Hello there, my name's Phil. Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. I've just had a bit of a hard week. I've been working my little Bobby socks off, my blue and white socks off all week at work. And just what a lovely way to start the weekend. Cheers to everybody anyway, but just seen that Leicester against Aston Villa is going to be one of those 5 matches in the next month, which is on pay-per-view, another 15 quid. I don't know about you. I want your views. Are you like me? I pay for Sky, I pay for BT. I've just paid 70 quid for my season ticket, which I can't even use. In fact, I've got 4 season tickets with my family. So I've just paid 280 quid on top of Sky, on top of BT, and now they want to pay for these games. What do you think? Get your views in, get your comments in. We'll be discussing it now in the Fan Zone show. Yes, is it a joke or not? It's clearly not. That's what they want to charge us. We're lucky us. We've been picked as one of the matches where between BT, between Sky, between the Premier League, they've decided, let's screw a little bit more money out the fans. That's what I feel like at the moment with that one. I don't know about you. I mean, this is open to anybody. Let me know what you think about it. Get your views in. Let me know what you think. Tom is joining me from his car. Tom, I don't know, mate. I don't know anybody else's reactions to it. I just feel like absolutely boiling over it. But maybe it's all right. I don't know. I'm frustrated because I know a lot of people. I am ranting, Tom. I'm sorry. A lot of people rip clubs off and rip loads of things off by watching illegal streams. And I don't. I pay Sky, I pay BT, I pay for my season ticket, I buy the shirt, and they want more.
I'm going to sit here and say I'm very proud of my football club tonight. To hear that we were the only one to vote against it. Out of the 20 clubs, Leicester were the only one to vote against this happening. Shows what the moral of the football club's about. The rest of the clubs, the Premier League is an absolute joke. In a time when people are getting made redundant, financial restraints being put more pressure on people. We're talking about mental health at the moment more, and some people live off watching their football team playing, going to games, and it's their passion, it's their time to have their escape, and it's not happening. And now we're saying it's all right. You pay £140 a month to your Sky, you pay your £42 a month for your BT Sports, you pay your £12 a month for your Amazon account so you can watch it on there. But no. Now you got to pay an extra £15 per game to watch one game. It's going beyond a joke. It really has, and it's disappointing after everything that's gone off in this last 2020 with the coronavirus, that suddenly we now got to start to pay for football games again, as well as forking out £80 that we aren't going to see anything of this season by the looks of it. It's a farce. It's an absolute farce from the Premier League. And I'm proud that someone like Gary Neville's come out and jumped up at it as well and said that it's a joke. All these footballers are coming out, ex-players have come out and said it's a joke. Keep it coming.
It is, Tom. I'll tell you why it's a joke, because we're going to watch 22 players in Leicester against Aston Villa who are probably all earning between 50 and 120 grand a week each. And this is where I think it's a tipping point for fans like me, where you go, I really could swear, Tom, I'm going to have to watch what I say, because I'm going to sit there and watch. I love watching James Maddison, Kasper Schmeichel, Jamie Vardy, but it's just too much, isn't it, to ask another 15 quid from fans where that means something to you and me, 15 quid. It's really making me cross, Tom.
Yeah, but 50 quid's a lot of money nowadays to people. Yeah. I mean, people who are rich, don't matter to them, 15 quid, but people who've got, like me, 2 kids, a wife at home, and, to look after, £15, is a meal for us for a day. So I'm not going to spend that on watching Leicester. I won't do it. Simple as that. I'll also say, as someone pointed out earlier, I don't know who it was on Twitter, but Dave from the Rose and Crown's going to have a field day on his Cody boxes, because they're going to be going into circulation more and illegal streaming. And the other thing that it might impact on it is more people are going to pay oh, I'll pay the 15 quid. Let's all get together in my mate's house and watch it around there. So we'll suddenly get group of men together in people's houses, what we're told not to do. But we know it's going to happen because people aren't going to want to pay this £15.
It's madness, Tom. I don't know if you need to go. If you're happy to stick around, do
I'm
so.
going to drop off now, mate. I've had my point. I'll leave it down to the other lads. I'll let you get in there. Cheers, lads.
Thanks, Tom. Cheers, mate. I've put the link out there for anybody who's watching if they want to join us. James, thanks for clicking in. Let's start with you and Ross. And I know, Richie, you're waiting in the back. I'll get you in, Richie, in a minute. James, just give me your view. You might disagree with me. You might agree. You might think it's good value.
I completely agree with you. I think it's absolutely shocking for, obviously, Sky Sports customers. I just don't agree with it whatsoever. I think it's becoming a joke, absolute joke.
I don't know. I mean, Ross, what's your view?
Well, it's turning it into like boxing and WWE for pay-per-views. Don't get me wrong, I'll pay for the WWE one because I love wrestling. That's my thing. But for football, it's an absolute joke. To say that we're the only club that are opposed to it goes to show what owners we have, what amazing club that we are. Yeah. You know, these last few years, the owners that we've done, and just go show we're the only club the only club that we opposed to it. I think Leicester fan, we should get it for free. We're the only club to back against it. I don't get it. It's an absolute joke. I mean, for one, obviously, Tom's just said then he's got 2 kids, he's got a wife, and everything. I've got a son. Obviously, I'm paying. Everyone's paying for the children, the families, and everything. And all this 6 per household, it's going to cause absolute chaos. And obviously, it doesn't help if you live in Scotland with all the pubs shutting as well. That's not a joke. That's just obviously on a serious note as well. They're going to all crowd round, watch the games. And people ask, why do people stream illegal streams? There's your answer.
James.
There's your answer.
Yeah.
It's just,
James, I mean,
it's a farce.
It does feel frustrating for me. I actually feel like, for me personally, and you know, obviously, I run Leicester Fan TV. It was 100% LCFC. I've done this for years. Well, but I get to the point, James, where I feel like this is the straw that breaks the camel's back with fans. I really do. I think it so far pushes fans over the limit.
It does, yeah. I mean, I completely agree with you. We've already paid because I'm a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
So we've already paid our £70
for nothing.
For nothing. So
yeah, absolutely for nothing. Yeah. That is.
I completely agree with you. I could, it's really annoyed me. It says.
Good. Well, thanks, James, for joining us. I mean, stick around if you want to. I've got a couple of people to add in. I mean,
no, I'm going to go now anyway.
All right. Thanks, James, for giving us your views.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Thank you. I mean, Ross, that for me, James there saying he's season ticket holder. I know you live further away, but I know you go to games when you
can,
I go obviously, and you pay to get there. It costs us all a fortune. I've got 4 season tickets in my family. That's 280 quid out of my pocket that I've given for season tickets. Where just because
the thing is, what they should do if they're going to do this. I mean, the championship is a tenner. A championship is £10, and season ticket holders, I think they get 2 games free or something, which is, I think, it's not fair because the fact is that game against Aston Villa is meant to be on BT to start with.
Yeah,
against Aston Villa, it's meant to be on BT at 3 o'clock, and it now changes Sunday on pay-per-view. I mean, it's not boxing. It's not like it's Tyson Fury versus Klitschko. It's Leicester City versus Aston Villa. I mean, obviously, us as the big club, yeah. And Aston Villa is as they are, but it's a joke. And I've got the feeling, obviously, Gary Neville's come out, fair play to him, and said, it's a disgrace, which it is. And, all these players that are getting, 100 grand, 200 grand a week. Obviously, we're struggling to pay mortgages and rents. And the fact is, we've got to pay. I mean, obviously, I know if we were at the grounds anyway, we wouldn't complain, but we can't go into the ground.
You're being entertained with 32,000 fans in the spectacle in the ground. I'm not being funny, Ross. I've not even mentioned it. But it's not even that exciting with no fans in the ground watching the games. It's not
as exciting, no.
You can either watch it with fake noise effects or you can watch it with no crowd, and neither is a spectacle.
It's horrible. I mean, that's why I remember one at games. We played Brighton last year. I just put on Leicester chants in background because I just wanted to feel the excitement again. and stuff. And it's just a joke. And I hope they can do a U-turn on this, like the government U-turns all the time. I really hope a massive boycott happens. Obviously, we can all pray for that, but let's just hope it happens. So,
Richie, I've added you in, mate. What would you like to say?
I agree with what you've all been saying. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, thanks, Richie. I mean, I've put the link out there. I'm going to share the link again, Richie. Obviously, we've met down at the ground, Richie. We'd all be in the ground if we could do it. We'd all happily pay the 20, 25, 30 quid, whatever it costs to get us to the ground. But it's such a shame, isn't it, Richie, to end up like this?
Yeah, it's been a terrible 2020 with COVID, but the thing is, you've got to feel safe.
Yeah, obviously, Richie. But, I mean, will you be paying for this?
Well,
to pay to watch the match, an extra £15?
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is actually, Rich. Thanks for joining us anyway, Richie. I'm going to let you go. Ross, sadly, I'm probably going to pay it.
See,
I feel like saying no. Leicester Fan TV will just say, sod it. We won't do any coverage.
The problem is
we'll just
now,
not bother. But we're all fans. We want to see it.
Exactly. Obviously, we all say we pay, anything to watch our teams. But this is just he said earlier, that broke the camel's back. It's just, I don't get why they're doing it. I really don't. I mean, it's the Premier League. I'd rather be back in the Championship at this rate. The way, it was more exciting, to be fair. I mean, yeah, I know we want league and stuff, but it's just that, all this 200 grand a week and everything, and they expect us fans to pay 15 quid. And to put it out there, as I mentioned, we were the only team that opposed to it. There should have been more. There should have been 20 teams or 19 teams, not one.
I don't know if you can see, Ross, what Simon Hall has put on there. What a break.
Just reading it
Simon
now.
Simon Hall, you should run the country, mate, or you should run the Premier League. He says, what a rip-off. They should have done £3 a match and pput all the funds towards keeping the lower leagues going.
Well,
because
do you know
without,
what they should do?
What total sense from Simon Hall?
Exactly. Do you know what? If they are going to do this 15 quid, I think every single person that pays for it, it goes towards exactly that point taken. Obviously, if they're going to keep it $14.95, how much it is, I think they should go to every single non-league club and every club that's struggling towards it, because a lot of people are going to pay this. No matter how much we argue, and we don't want to pay 10p for bags, but we end up doing it anyway. I know it's a completely different kettle of fish, but I'm just saying we all have to do things we don't want to. So I think if we are going to pay this $14.95, it should go towards obviously Macclesfield are no longer existing now, which is a shame. Like Macclesfield's, Accrington and Stanley's, all them teams that are struggling, they should do that if they're going to charge it.
Come on then, Jamie. Jamie's joined us from the Fox's Arms. What's your view, Jamie?
Well, I wasn't going to join.
I'm fuming.
I wasn't going to join. I was going to let you lot all carry on, because it's slightly different for me being over here. But I'm absolutely disgusted that you've got to pay 15 quid to watch your team play when you've already paid, like you, Phil, you paid 280 quid for your season tickets, but it wasn't actually a season ticket, was it? It was just to keep your season ticket. You pay Sky, you pay BT. We've had 6 months of free-ish football. I know you have to pay your monthly subscription, but every game has been on. And then all of a sudden they've changed the rules and they're only allowing 5 games on a weekend now. And then the other 5 are going to be pay-per-view. It's absolutely disgusting to charge 15 quid. If it'd been like the last comment, I don't know, I didn't see it. I came on a bit late, about 3 quid a game. It wouldn't have been too bad. The money is going to be, I know the money is going to be shared between the clubs, but I think it's just Premiership clubs. Like Ross says, it should go down to lower levels and help out them down there, because they're not going to get anything. But it's actually a disgrace. It's nothing to do with the club. It's the Premier League that have decided this, because we voted against it. We wanted it actually to be on our website, or not on our website, sorry, on Leicester City's website. They wanted to stream it free. And they weren't allowed to, because it wasn't under one of the Premier League sponsorship platforms, or whatever you call it nowadays. That's why we voted against it. And none of the other clubs voted against it. You would have thought they would have put up the hands up and said, right, we don't want this. We want to do it our own way and give our fans the benefit. I think it's absolutely disgusting.
Listen,
but like Tom said, so proud of the club of what they've done. They've tried to make a stand. They've made the stand, and no one else has stuck by them. No one else has stuck by them.
I mean, Jamie, most people who are watching this have had a bad year. You've had it can't get much crapper than running a bar like you've had, where you've literally been forced to shut, and had no visitors.
Yeah.
There's so many people in Leicester, wherever you are, that everybody, whatever job you're in, you've probably been affected. There's people being re-put back onto some sort of furlough. There's all sorts of things. And I mean, the thing that gets me, Jamie, is 15 quid to us Joe average fans. It's 15 quid. Like Tom says, it pays for a meal. It pays for whatever.
It's a lot of money. 15 quid nowadays is a lot of money. When you've been losing money.
They want us to swallow it and watch. Much as I love Maddison and Jack Grealish play each other, whatever, they're on 200 grand a week between them. It's just unbelievable. And I've got to watch what I say.
To be honest, the football we're watching isn't brilliant, really, is it? It's not even worth 15 quid. The atmosphere is no good. The football's not brilliant. And to pay 15 quid to watch, sometimes it looks like a pre-season friendly. You don't go and pay that when you're going. Yeah, you don't go and pay that when you're going through Oxford away on a Tuesday night in pre-season.
We said, Jamie, that the fans are part of the product, part of what makes the Premier League great. And now, not only does it seem like they've forgotten that without the fans in the ground, actually it's an inferior product, but they want to then charge us extra. I would pay £15, I do, to watch Anthony Joshua box somebody in Las Vegas in front of a roaring crowd. That's going to be a spectacle. Even if that boxing match is over in 45 seconds, it's worth it because you're paying for that treat of a sporting amazement. But to watch Leicester against Villa in an empty stadium.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like Ross has said, your boxing, your pay-per-view, your wrestling, on pay-per-view. Yeah, I totally understand that because people can't get to it. Yeah, people can't get to it. That's fine. But football, in Germany, they're allowing people in. In Bosnia, they're allowing people in to watch. Limited numbers, admittedly, but limited numbers. But here, all of a sudden, they're not letting people in. And the starting chart, it's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful it is, Phil, to be honest.
But yet
I can't believe it.
But yet you can fly on a plane with crowded people. You're not allowed into a stadium, which is actually an open.
Come on then, Jack.
You can go to a boozer. You can go to the cinema where you're crowded, and it's stupid. Absolutely stupid. You go to a football ground, it's in the open air, and you're fine. It's stupid. But to charge 15 quid, absolutely disgraceful in my opinion.
I've put the link out there. I want somebody to come on and actually I'd love to hear somebody. I would listen to them as well and them say, no, actually, come on, look, this is all right, it's good value. But Jack, maybe you're going to say that.
What? You know what? Yeah, I can't believe what they've actually come out with. It's unreal. It just shows how much they actually think about the supporters. Obviously not Leicester. Obviously Leicester think a lot about their supporters, but obviously the other 19 clubs who's been doing it to their own supporters should be ashamed how much money they actually get.
It's daft, isn't it, Jack?
It's ridiculous. It's something that you wouldn't expect. You're supposed to be rewarding your fans for supporting. You're not taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
Throughout these times as well. I mean, this year, let's be honest. Leicester. This is a fact. Leicester, ironically, Leicester versus Aston Villa was the last game to have fans in the Premier League as well, and now they're charging 15 quid.
You don't really want to pay £15 for an empty stadium.
And no, I mean, if it was
swear here, there, and everywhere.
Exactly.
James has joined us back again. James, you come back.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
I completely agree with the guy that said, £3 a game, because that a couple of years ago, there was a channel called Sky. It's called Prem Plus. I don't know if any of you guys remember Prem Plus, and that was like pay-per-view sort of thing, and you pay like £4 to watch the game.
I want to get some juice.
All right, just a minute.
Hang on, I'm adding in Lee's here. Lee?
I don't even know what's going on. What's going on? It's all gone nuts.
You're right, chappie.
All right, pal. All right. I've just hit the little up from nursery.
So.
I've
Lee.
seen loads of stuff going on with Leicester and whatnot. What's going on?
So, Lee, the Premier League clubs between them have had a vote and Leicester was the only club to vote against it. You'll be proud and pleased to know. But they are now, rather than they're picking half the matches and putting them on pay-per-view. So Leicester against Aston Villa, you'll have to pay £15 to watch. On top of your Sky Sports and your BT subscriptions and your season ticket money, you have to pay an extra £15 to watch that one-off game.
Right, okay. So what are Leicester done different then?
Well, Leicester, that's what's going to happen, but Leicester were the only club to vote against it.
Wow.
But that's what's going to happen.
Wow, that's
if you want to
massive.
watch the match, you've got to pay another £15.
Have Leicester got the rights to put it out on their own website?
No.
They haven't.
No, that'd be awesome if we did.
Does anybody know, chaps? Can I ask all you guys? If is it £15 whether you're a Sky subscriber, BT subscriber, or not? So there's no advantage again.
No advantage. So no advantage at all.
It's
Why
like paying for the
are they
wrestling.
pricing themselves out of the market? Like that just entices piracy again for people to do, IPTV services and stuff. And none of us are meant to own up to it, but we all do it. I don't care. We all do it. And that's because they're priced out of the market. If it was like £15 for, I don't know, 6 matches or something, then fair enough. But a go, nah, it ain't happening.
No, forget that.
I think James. Let's have Jamie's back in again. I mean, I think it is Jamie. It is going to just lead to people. I know you're different situation because you're in Spain, but Jamie, I'm going to ask everybody. But it's just going to encourage people to illegally stream it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so, yes. I think definitely for that. You're going to find, they're like Lee just said, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, or somebody just said, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. They're going to outprice themselves, and it's going to be awful. It really is. People are going to go away from football, and as soon as football comes back, people are not going to feel safe, and they'll just carry on watching it on the streams, and the clubs will actually lose out of money. Because if COVID ever gets sorted, people will be able to watch it on these illegal streams. And the clubs will lose money big time. They really will.
If you look at the Netflix prices, for example, they have completely eliminated the need for downloading illegal TV series and going on torrent sites and downloading box sets of series because it's cheap enough to buy, to watch all your series and stuff. Yeah. The Premier League need to wake up. They really do. That's extortionate.
Go on, Jack.
It's just ridiculous, to be honest. You've got people, who'd pay hundreds of pounds out a month for Sky subscription and BT and everything, the whole package, and then they treat you the way they do. It's just unfair on supporters. Obviously, most of us are season ticket holders, isn't it? And obviously, most of us have just had to pay £70 out for a season ticket this season, which were not guaranteed games. So they should treat you more better in respect to every fan in the country, not charge them.
Yeah. James, is there anything you want to say before I let you and Jack go?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, Sky customers, they're paying already £35 just monthly for Sky Sports, and now they're putting this on top as well. It's a joke.
It is. Jack and James, I'm going to let you both go if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to shoot as well, mate, because I've got.
Yeah, no worries. That's fine.
She's rolling
around.
If
you need to leave, I'll let you go. Yeah, cheers, guys. Cheers, Lee. See you soon. Cheers, Jack.
I'm going to shoot as well because
my
son wants some Pepsi. We'll say bye.
Yeah, that's fine. See you, mate. We'll see you, Ross. See you soon.
Fine.
See you later.
Jamie, it is frustrating. I mean, I am one of those. I'm a big believer in the cinema, and I have genuinely tried to keep well away over the years from illegally streaming films. I'm not just saying that because we're on it. I love the cinema, and I'd much rather my kids say, "Oh, we can watch it on popcorn or whatever," and I'm like, "No, I'll wait, or I'll buy the DVD, or what. I want to watch it properly, and I'll support." The film industry, because if you don't, it'll die. And a bit with football,
because none of this illegal streaming will go anywhere near the club's funds.
No,
it won't go anywhere near it. It's absolutely ridiculous. £15, like James was saying earlier. That Premier Plus, I think he said something like £50 for the year, which you didn't mind paying that because you got games you didn't see, but. It's absolutely stupid, Phil. It really is. It's disgraceful. I mean, the club's tried to make a stand against it. it's got voted against it, but the club have done it. The club have stuck by the guns, but they got outvoted. So you can't blame our club for trying something that they want, and they just got outvoted. So there's no blame on our club whatsoever. We didn't want it. Simple as.
And the frustration, Jamie, as well, is what the Premier League, in my opinion, should be sorting out is how to sort out the bottom of the ladder, which is teams like Macclesfield and Mansfield and Doncaster. And how
the National
are those
League,
clubs going to survive?
Divisions 1 and 2.
Because without those, you don't end up with a Leicester coming from League One. You don't end up with a Wigan, a Bolton, a Bournemouth.
Yeah. Oh, so true, Phil. So true. But yeah, I just, like I keep saying, absolutely disgraceful. If the money goes somewhere, it ought to go down to lower league level, to be honest, I'm afraid. But yeah, I wasn't going to come on because I was going to have a bit of a rant, so I've been quite calm, actually. So I'll leave that to you. But
thanks,
I've got to go, Phil. So I will speak to you soon. See you later, pal. Yes.
Cheers, Jamie.
Adios.
Thanks for everybody for clicking in. I didn't know if I was losing the plot by saying what I was going to say. Like I say, for me, it's the straw that breaks the camel's back a little bit. I'm genuinely stood here in front of you guys wondering, will I pay that £15 or not? I want to watch that match. I really do. What will I do? I don't know. What will you do? Let me know. Jack's saying, let's get as many of your comments in here before we leave. Jack's saying, because I'm interested to know what you guys think. You're watching. This has literally just popped up in everybody's streams. What are you going to do? Are you going to pay it? Are we going to turn our back on it and say, no, I ain't paying that. I'm not watching it either. I'm not getting involved. Or let's be honest, how many fans are going to go and illegally stream it? Simon Hall says, well, William says RIP the Premier League. Simon says, but as I said, above money talks. Jordan's saying, going to stream them all. Gary, thanks, Gary, saying, well done, Phil. Sinky, where's Sinky's comment? I can't see Sinky's comment in it, but keep getting your views in. I'm not paying it, says James. Adam says going to stream it. I mean, I don't want anybody to get in trouble, so you don't have to say you're going to stream it. Jamie's saying not going to pay it. Jamie says boycott the season. Listen, I'm not saying any of that, but it is just beyond, for me, I don't really know what to say apart from I'm a fan like you. I have to work hard for my 15 quid. I get to the end of the week and you see that little bombshell about, just pay extra for that. And you just go, I've just paid 280 quid on 4 season tickets. I've just bought this year's shirt, which isn't that one, by the way. I'm pointing there. That's not this year's shirt. Before you all say, I bought this year's shirt. I've treated the kids to a shirt. I paid for Sky Sports. I paid for BT. Just absolutely. Terry says not paying it. Jason saying not paying it. That's a rip-off. What can you... I mean, Gary, yeah, maybe some people think it's all right, which is absolutely right. Gary says, what can you get for £15? A packet of fags and a pint. Yeah, maybe for some people, Gary, it's fair enough. But like Tom said, maybe paying 15 quid on a pay-per-view will encourage 2 families to come together and watch it in the same house. Maybe it'll encourage more people to go and watch it down the pub or whatever. Matt says, well done to Leicester for voting against it. Keith, that's never going to happen. That's just going to offend people, Keith, if I do the next show in underpants. Graham says he's so angry. Graham, I'm with you. I'm fuming. Straw that breaks the camel's back. There's lots of things about football in today's world that make it worse than what it was 20 years ago. Trust me. And this is certainly taking the mickey. It's encouraging people to break the COVID rules. People are going to go around each other's houses to cut costs. Yes, Paul, they probably will. Jack saying we pay enough for as football fans per season. We certainly do. After the last game, I don't think anybody would actually pay it. And that's the frustration. It's not even that much of a spectacle. If we're honest, if you have the sound effects off, if you have the fake sound effects off, and you just listen to the gentle shouts of people around, it's not an amazing spectacle because do you know what it's missing? It's missing you and me in there making the atmosphere. And rather than even acknowledge that, they want to charge us for watching a subgrade match on pay-per-view. You couldn't make it up, could you? You genuinely Couldn't make it up. Is it the taking the mickey, though, says Tyler? Well, you come up with it, Tyler. If you think it's not, let us know why it's not. Tyler says there's no problem with it. That's great, Tyler. I'd love you. Tyler, I'm going to put the link in here. Come on and just tell us why you think it's okay and it's not a problem. There's the link. I'd love to get somebody who genuinely just would give us a reason why they think it's okay, which would be fine, Tyler. So I've just put the link on there. It's absolutely on there. Come on and just say why you think it's okay, because that's fine. Honestly, just because I think it's a nonsense. Yes, says Jet. I'm reading some of the things. Yeah, Ian saying it feels a bit like stealing from the poor and giving to the rich. Wrong way round. If you ask me, yeah, £15 for most fans is £15 is a reasonable amount of money, and that you want us to pay to watch an empty stadium so that players can get 100 grand a week. While lower league clubs go bust and they wonder what's going on. Somebody here saying, I'm interested to see what you think is acceptable. That's a great question. I already pay for Sky, which is, what's that, 30 quid a month? I already pay for BT Sports, which is what, I think 18 or 20 quid a month. So I'm already paying 50 quid a month for my sports. But then they want to charge for this game. But being a Sky or a BT subscriber, I don't get any discount. So I pay the same as somebody who doesn't subscribe. So I would have at least thought if you were a subscriber to Sky or BT, you got a discount. That sort of makes sense, doesn't it? So I don't know. Somebody said earlier, £3 a match and all that money goes to help lower league clubs. That sounds good. I'd have paid that and thought my £3 going to a lower league club. I would have said that. How much are season tickets? They're £70 each this season and you don't even get to go into the ground, Gary. That's how much season tickets are. Sounds like a great deal. I think I should set up a business that sells something that you can't use for 70 quid and get 22,000 fans to do it, or I'm going to take it off them. And I'm not having a go at Leicester, because Leicester were the only club who didn't agree for this. But when you add it all together, it is very, very frustrating. Anyway, listen. Keith says, I don't think you can access it as a non-subscriber, I don't think. I think, from what I've heard, Keith, you can. I think anybody can. Like pay-per-view boxing, you just pay the money and you get it. Absolutely. Anyway, that's it. It's the weekend. Cheers. Let's go and enjoy it. See you all soon. Don't forget, Jamie is on live at 10 o'clock on Sunday to do a Fox's Aftermath show. I'm sure this will come up then. I'm back on Monday. I will have chilled out and calmed down on Monday. And do you know what? We've got some great news. Fingers crossed, but next Wednesday, the Fox's Tale should be one of the best ones we've done. Muzzy, is it? Bloody hell, that's only took us all summer to get Muzzy, is it, on the Fox's Tale show with Tom. If you're feeling poorly, leave it. I'll talk with Muzzy. So Muzzy, is it, next Wednesday, 7:30. That should keep you entertained. Don't forget, you can win a retro shirt. We've given away an away shirt this week. You can win a retro shirt from when football was cheap and affordable and we could go down there. It was £3 to go and stand on the cop. Them were the days. Or an Ein Coot one from even before that. What's that, a 1984 away shirt? We never won in that kit as far as I know. You can win one for free. Free. Imagine that. Something for free in today's world. Yes, you get free stuff on Leicester Fan TV. Not for long. I'm going to start charging you all a subscription. I'll see you later. Thanks for all your comments and for keeping us a bit of sanity. We'll see you at the next one. Cheers, everybody. Rant over. Rah!
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Beatme, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.